that's when you get the negative feedback because you don't agree with how they think. Turns out Stern was like,
"Gotcha, bitch."
I'm trying to wrap my head around this. Maybe they've learned something from every game, and this time it'll be different.
What?
I gotta show everybody my wiener. Use my wiener.
I mean, it's basically a Led Zeppelin jukebox with flippers.
The game is going to sell. He just did a mic drop and then walked the hell out of the room. That's big dick energy if I've ever seen it. It's pinball. It shouldn't be too serious. I mean, if you take pinball to a serious level, you get The Godfather.
Lie back down.
I know I'm gonna get some hate from those of you out there that are probably doing it, but that's what it is. The back glass says Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles right there at the top, and 4 inches up, if that, the title's there again. That makes no sense. And I mean, what's concerning to me is that through the whole build process, no one brought it up that, hey, maybe we should make this a little bit better. No one mentioned it. We believe this idea to be the best course of action for us and for you, but mainly because it's gonna cost us nothing.
He dies. He dies.
We need to find out what these suckers will pay for a crappy product that your toddler drew for us. She draws on a first grade level. And the thing is, I know one of the people over social media has informed me that a lot of the times, at least as of 3 years ago, majority of the things that I would post or say to them was fucking blocked. Why are you promoting and asking for deposits on a game that's still 6 months out? Alrighty, ladies and jelly spoons, welcome to the stream. I talk and do everything pinball, so if that sounds interesting to you, then hit that subscribe button down below in case you have not already. Who all do we have here in chat? Let me get caught up here, guys. Death Save Pinball coming in here. We've got Adam. We've got Thomas. We've got Ben, who's also a fellow wiener dog owner right there. Didn't mean to divulge too much information about you there, Ben. D-Party, what's going on? All right, so tonight's discussion, I don't anticipate this being like a long stream for a couple of reasons. And I think one of the main reasons is because the main topic, and hopefully I'm trying to stick to one topic, is going to be going over the 50th anniversary edition of Jaws. And I think that as of right now, there's just a lot of people out there that kind of just don't care. They're like, yeah. So I don't anticipate it being a very populated stream. And partially, I kind of don't want to talk about it for a long time either. So there's that. What's going on, Adam, again? And Gunlock 360. But I first off, I just want to say, obviously, I need to change that transition towards not doing that anymore because I don't like those long transitions between shots. So, by all means, a big congratulations to Stern Pinball on their official release of Jaws 50th. I think it's something that you've done is so great at not outperforming the other tiers that you've already created. That's my main statement right there. You've created something, a pinball machine, that aesthetically, there's a room for subjectivity there, and there's also room for objectivity, and we're going to be talking about all of that. But my main point is that I am glad that they didn't make something that was better that was already out there. And I'm sure there's part of you out there that are going, what? I like the red. I really like the red. Okay. I'm glad that you like it. But after I saw the initial trailer, like it dropped, I watched it, and I was laughing. I busted out laughing because I've harped on Stern Pinball so many times before in regards to putting something together just very lazy. Just slap it together, put a sticker on there, change this little thing right there, throw it out there, print money. And this is a prime example of another thing that they've done in regards to that. Let's just put it together, change a couple of things, put it out there, and it'll sell. And it will. That's the thing. You're going to get a lot of people that are going to buy this game, and if they're happy with it, that's good. Good for them. So yeah, the aspect, I think a lot of people, choppy, shouldn't be choppy, but by all means, well, maybe I am. Maybe it is coming a little choppy right there. I'm looking at the replay right now. My internet wants to crap out on me. The first time ever in doing a stream, my internet wants to go bad. It's Stern. They're doing it. They're like telling me to shut up. Is it better, getting better, worse? What could be causing it? Better now? I mean, I really don't know what else to do other than just like, hopefully it gets better, because usually I have a solid fiber connection and I've never had issues before. So repeat everything I just said. So yeah, let's make sure that it's all caught up here. I'm hoping that we're okay there. So let me do this again. If I can remember what I said. Is that whenever the video first dropped this morning in regards to like them showing off the game, like here's the game trailer, the one with George Gomez. After watching it, I started laughing. I was laughing during it because I was hoping that it was going to be something special. I was hoping it was going to be a true celebration of a theme, of a great game that a lot of people in this hobby really enjoy. And I do not feel that this is celebrating an anniversary of a theme to me. I look at this as something of like, we've changed a couple of things, slapped some different art on there, and now we're wanting $9,700 for it. So, audio, video okay now? Or is everything worked out there? Let me bring up this real quick, see where we're at. I feel like this is definitely I don't even want, I say it's like right there on the cusp of being safe. Because the red to me stands out too much. It's like, that's all your eyes see when you first look at this, like, is the red. That's like your eyes are just drawn to it. Not even the red of the word Jaws. The red of the trim that's all over it. It's like bathed in red, essentially. And as far as the art package goes, they took assets that they already had licensed and were approved, that they don't have to resubmit, and they've enlarged it. They've Led Zeppelin'd this game. If you guys remember Led Zeppelin, that's what they did. Album covers, let's just make it real big, throw it on the side of the cabinet. So what should they have done? Here's the thing, guys. And this is something I did a video for my Patreons earlier, my Patreon members, is that I know plenty of you out there. There's plenty of people on Pinside, plenty of people on Facebook that have already like put up their ideas, their mock-ups, their drawings, their Photoshop versions of what this game should, I'm going to quote, should have looked like. And I feel like I could go through that too and think of what it should have looked like. But I feel like they had to walk a fine line here, because you have to put out a game that's going to obviously sell and bring in money, but you also don't want to piss off the people that own the game, your LE purchasers or anything. So you have to make sure that it's not amazingly better kind of thing than another game. You can't do that, because we've already like got out the pitchforks and torches whenever they've done stuff like that before, with bringing out new editions of games and everything, like Elvira BRK, which is probably still one of their prettiest games that they've ever made. But I think it's tricky, because I know that they could have done so much better on this. I know they could have. They could have been like, yeah, we're going to do this. We got this. This looks great. They could have done so much more, but they had to basically hold back. I feel like this is a suppressed version of a 50th anniversary of Jaws. Let me scroll up here and get caught up on chat, guys. I bet the glitter in the water will be awesome and will be the thing that everyone wants. So yeah, I think, and this is kind of, I don't want to say sad, but weird. Is it weird that we're excited about glitter? The last time I think we saw glitter on a game was Elvira's BRK. And now we're in a situation where it's like, hey, here's another game that's got some glitter on it. And then we're like, yay, glitter time. Poof. It's strange to highlight it, but I get it to an extent. We've only seen a little bit on the video, and you can see how the shimmer is in the art. But I think I'm only going to really get a good idea about this when I'm looking down at the playfield. I mean, for all we know, you're only going to be able to see it at particular angles or something. And when it comes to what they've done with the wireforms, it's a mixed bag. It's not plated. It's powder coating. So let me get that straight. There's people that are saying, oh, it's brass. It's brass. Like, no, it's brass powder coating. So it's going to look like, brass when it comes to like being on your chest of drawers or the handles or cabinets and stuff like that. It's not going to be pretty brass like you saw on Harry Potter. Yeah, so let me show the game. There's people out there that are probably not even seen the game. I guess I should probably do that. I guess that's my expectations, that I think everyone's probably seen the game. So let me show the trailer for you guys right here real quick.
Hey everybody, it's George Gomez here at Stern Pinball, and we're excited to share with you a special 50th anniversary edition of our Jaws pinball machine. To mark this golden anniversary, we've crafted this Jaws 50th Anniversary Premium Edition that highlights some really special cosmetic features. The playfield integrates glitter-enhanced artwork in addition to new brass powder-coated wireform ramps that make it really pop. This collector's item also boasts a distinctive 50th Anniversary hologram sticker to go along with a unique translight and all new cabinet decals. The game is also outfitted with a bold red armor kit, including matching legs, hinges, front molding, and side armor. While this 50th Anniversary Premium Edition of Jaws will only be available to purchase during this calendar year, we also have some exciting code updates across all of our Jaws pinball machines. Our new content enhancements have integrated team play and co-op modes into the game menu system, so that players can play with their friends, share progress, and more. This new code also introduces brand new wizard modes, the Wheel Award wizard mode, and of course the iconic Smile You Son of a final wizard mode. You're gonna need a bigger game room with the all-new Jaws 50th Anniversary Premium Edition. Get connected and learn more at sternpinball.com.
All right, so there you go. That is what the game looks like. So that is your first time seeing the game. That's what we're talking about. I meant to show that to you guys at the beginning of this discussion back and forth. So let me move this over here so I can get a better idea of who all we're talking to here. So like, yeah, and talks about the brass and what they're doing with the game on there. I think that the dull powder coating brass is more than likely going to look a lot better than a shiny brass plating that you would see on like Harry Potter. So I think it fits well with the theme of an old orca boat with a little bit of the old kind of rustic looking brass. I think that theme fits well with it. For what I can tell on the videos, it looks pretty good. I think that's going to be a preference. But if you already own a premium, chances are if you're near a powder coater, you can get your game to look like that. You can do that. Now you're not going to get your glitter, but you're going to get that. You're going to get that brass powder coating on there. All right, look at here. Let's see here. I would rather them have stopped at the shimmer wireforms and maybe made the playfield have some 50th logos. And that's the thing, is that when it comes to this art, like nowhere on the game, on the playfield, on the art, the decals, cabinet says 50th Anniversary Edition. The only indicator of it being a 50th anniversary is right there. Is the sticker. I was on the fence until they showed that hologram sticker. And so I joked about this, and I was like, someone on Pinside is going to make that exact sticker. It's not like it's that special kind of thing to where it's not going to be replicated. So if you already have a Jaws and you want that sticker just to go, I've got it. I give it within a week, you're going to see somebody on the Pinside shop selling those damn things. And if not, I'm already in talks with somebody of having my own holographic sticker. And then you can put it on anything, guys, and it'll be a super wow legendary limited edition. The name is still in the works. Can you put some glitter in your face just today for the time? And I saw this meme earlier. It might have been on Pinside, but I was thinking about this when it came to like people getting excited about the glitter. And it was that I can't think of it was it Salt Bay or something like that does the whole sprinkle the salt on the steak or whatever like that. I'm like, that's basically them at the factory just like, yeah, here's your little glitter on your play field kind of thing. But that seems to be what a lot of people are gravitating to when about this is the glitter on the playfield. And I just think it's funny to an extent because I'm not saying that, oh my God, the glitter's the make or break. But when you have a little extra shininess to it, we're creatures, us as males, biologically, we are attracted to shiny things. This goes back into a long, long, long time ago. But I think that's why the majority of this hobby are males. Is because we like shiny things. It's just, we gravitate to them. It's just part of our biology, something weird about it. So I think the extra little shininess to it does reach something back into our heads that we're just completely unaware of, subconscious level kind of thing. Strippers and glitter make more in tips. Speaking of like strippers and pinball, you'd think there would probably be a little more glitter on like, DPX's Alice game or something, It's red. It's red. The goddamn thing is red. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's that red smacks you when you look at this thing. And I mean, there's a lot of people out there that like it. Me personally, I like the LE the best so far. And I've seen people do their own games where it's the white powder coating and like blood splatter on that. And I think that looks a lot better. The stripper dust. I like calling it stripper dust compared to glitter. We'll see if we can continue doing that. Muller Medic, shiny objects. Yes, that draws our attention. I didn't think about this, but maybe that's part of the reason why the strippers do put the glitter, lotion stuff on them. Not that I know or anything, but that's got to be why. Got to have a little extra shine. Little stripper dust on there. Anyone ever heard of putting lipstick on a pig? Oh man, and that works in more ways than one on this one right here because it's not a pig. The game itself is great. I mean, that's the thing is that let's get this straight. There's no argument that Jaws is a great game. It's a great shooter. So what they're trying to do here is just give you another option, which is what they've done. So I've got no hate or anger towards what they're doing here, guys. This is more like, hey, we provided you another option. I just feel like they didn't celebrate the anniversary to where I feel like they could have. But I feel like I said earlier, they have to scale back that. I know they could have easily done something amazing and beautiful, but you can't make another LE game that's better than what you've already sold to your customers. You're going to piss all of them off. But that art package, though, that they've done with this, Led Zeppelin, the F out of this damn thing, guys. Yeah, Stern played it safe. This is what they've got to do. It's like you can play it safe or you can piss off your current customer base that's paying for the money for these LEs out there. And to back up this point in regards to pissing off your current customer base. I stumbled across this on Pinside. I thought this was, I don't want to say funny, but you know, for those of us out there that know Neil McRae, he's one of the biggest cheerleaders for Stern Pinball. And he's like, it looks great, but I must say I'm pretty upset about another LE that will sell less than the LE. I'm out on future LE purchases. It's not what was promised in the past. We'll pick up a premium from now on. And that speaks a little bit of volume right there. When you've got a guy like Neil that's got a bunch of damn money and typically buys anything that Stern makes, and like I said, cheerleads it. He's always been a proponent of like everything they do is great. But something has changed on these last couple of releases. And I think it's because maybe people are starting to realize that there's other options out there, and yeah, everybody's got their own reasons, but I think that definitely does speak a little bit of volume right there when you got Neil that's saying, I think I'm out, kind of thing. And even William, he's probably in the chat right here. He's one of those guys. He's a whale. He buys a lot of things from Stern. He helps keep them in business. And even he said he was out on this. Now, if it would have been like what I was speculating last week during my stream, that it was like a true, like, different game, like an old Bond 60th with the old real styles, that would kind of make more sense because it's the 50th anniversary. Let's take the pinball machine back 50 years and give them an old school version of that. That would kind of make sense. It'd be another limited edition, but they'd have to charge, like, you know, again, $20K for it. But I think for the collectors, that definitely would have been something that a lot of people wanted right there. So yeah, a lot of people, and this is no like secret here, more than likely the people that are saying the LE looks better are LE owners. Let's just point that out right there. But I'm not an LE owner. I'm not even a Jaws owner. And I can look at this and go, I prefer the LE kind of thing. It's nutty that Stern's LEs do not include shooter rods, topper, and whole shebang. And I think they really should. For the amount of money that you're spending, it should include that. And that's one of the reasons why they are making these lower tiered toppers. This is definitely targeting the other smaller boutique manufacturers like Spooky, for instance. And this is something I think Stern should start doing. So I think they're taking a step in that direction by providing a lower tiered topper and then eventually releasing their typical $1,500, $2,000 topper kind of thing. But it's going to be nowhere near what like Spooky provides for you kind of thing. But I'm not totally against their $400 topper thing. But I cannot see me, and I'm sure a lot of you out there, spending $400+ on something to put on top of your game that merely shows off the manufacturer, the person that built the game, on top of your game. Like, oh, buy the Stern logo that you can put on top of your game. It's got built-in expression lighting. Give us $400 more to show off our brand. No. Now, once you do licensed artwork and everything like that, that would make more sense. But to go, give us more money so you can show everybody that we made this game. All right, let me get caught up on the chat here, guys. I want to leave you out of because I want this to be a discussion. I don't want this to be like you guys listen to me talk. No, I want this to go back and forth. And I'm definitely curious about, let's do this right here. I want to do a poll just to see where we're at on this, to get feedback and where we stand on how people think about this game. It's like, I don't know how to word this without, I don't want it to sound like, you know, I don't want to be a leading question. I want it to be legitimate, like, you guys let me know what you think. So that's not going to work either. Okay. Let me just ask this one right here. Start a poll. Do you like Here we go. This is just a simple, I'm just curious. Do you like the red trim on the 50th? It's like, you know, I'm just mainly completely curious about this because I've seen it being a mixed bag. And I think this is definitely a mixed bag. There's a lot, like I said, a lot of room for subjectivity, but I can tell you without naming names, I do talk to people in the industry, and some of those people in the industry are artists. And then I show them this, and I'm like, what are your thoughts? And every artist so far, objectively, does not like it. All right, let's end the poll right there, if I can. So there we go. Only 34 votes, but you know, 55% say no. It's pretty up there with a mixed bag, like I was stating. I've seen people on my Patreon and on even on Pinside. There's people that think it's an eyesore. There's people out there that love it, kind of thing. And I think that just kind of goes hand in hand with, it's a good thing that to each their own when it comes to something like this. Like I said, thankfully, this is merely an option. Now, if this was the only Jaws game ever released, I could definitely see the point, and I'm looking at the wrong camera. Sorry, guys. I could definitely see the point in getting, like, you know, amped up and angry. They took your theme, your dream theme, and then they just, like, made it safe. I mean, they've already done a pretty damn good job of the Jaws LE and the premium and everything. That's fine. So this is merely an option. So that's where I'm okay with it. Like I said, if they released like a dream theme, like, look what you've done to my boy kind of thing, then yeah, I could see getting up in arms and a little bit angry about it kind of thing. Yeah, I get that the fact that it's red because of blood, but I think it's just done in a easy fashion type of thing. It like when you look at it from a certain angle, and this is me not being in front of it, guys. I would probably have a much better opinion on it by standing in front of it to see what it looks like. But in the video footage, it makes it kind of look, I don't know, like a cheapish kind of homebrew style thing, you know? Even with the art going in with it, because the art is so damn simple. It's just the logo, the movie poster on every side, every panel. You've got merely a shark fin and a whole bunch of water on the back box, where they could have used like half of that as like other items. Like there could have been so much up there that they could have done, but they didn't. Is it AI red trim? No. They kept the price down by not making the shark heed the ball. Yeah, well. Okay, I like that one right there, Foolish Heart Band. Let's ask that one. I mean, would you trade in your current Jaws for this? Let's try that one for you Jaws owners out there. Because I know there's got to be people out there that are going to. They're like, oh, this is better kind of thing, you know. Maybe they have a pro and they want a premium, but they want a prettier version of premium. It's almost like the Costco edition of premium. Backbox side art is the only turnoff to me. Yeah, that seems like a bunch of wasted space. They could have done so much more with that, but they've covered up like, what, 75% of that back box side panel with just ocean. And then you got that fin that's swimming in whipped cream or something at the top right there. All right, so right there, I'd say the majority of people out of 34 votes again, 85% say no, they would not trade in their current Jaws for this one. And so I wanted to go to their website and just kind of show people this because, let me go to my main display here. Let me find some pictures. I know they want to show off the stripper dust, but I don't think we're going to get good images of that in these. I think that's not going to really shine through on these pictures. Look at this. So you mean to tell me, guys, the ones that love this art package, you look at this and go, beautiful, amazing. Really? You see this and go, that looks amazing. I don't get it. that's all I'm saying. It's like, it's like once it goes in your lineup, you're not gonna see it. But I just feel like this representation of a 50th to celebrate a license, this doesn't seem like a celebration to me. This just feels like a, let's change a few things, throw a sticker on it, and get people to buy it. But I have low expectations for Stern. That's the best way to have it, man. Keep your expectations low and just be surprised whenever they do something really good. call me she, them, but I like it. I don't know. I mean, like I said, to each their own, but I want to, like I said, I've talked to a couple of different artists in the industry, and they will tell me, they have told me that this is just not good, kind of thing. But
give me some quarters, baby.
That's the beauty of it, guys, is that you don't have to buy this. Stringer, thank you very much for the $2, man. Very much appreciated. At least the shark in the 50th eats the ball. So, yeah. And that's where we're at on this whole 50th anniversary edition. I thought I had another thing to mention right here. Let's see, do we go over... Oh, yeah, obviously, the big perk, I guess, to this announcement release, for those of you that currently do own a Jaws, is they now have completed the code. We have now reached 1.0 that includes co-op, the final smile, you son of a bitch, wizard mode. So that in itself is a good thing right there. They held back the completion of this game for their 50th anniversary kind of thing. So that's good for you Jaws owners out there. You guys do not see the magic in the sticker. It's like, you don't understand. When you get to a certain angle, it's multicolored. And from what I'm gathering from those that own the game and have played a little bit of it, it's all positive when it comes to the code and what they've implemented and everything. Since I don't own the game and haven't played it deep enough to really experience the code, I don't really have much to add to that. But it's a good thing that you Jaws owners out there are happy with it. So that's good news. So it's a limited edition that is limited by time rather than number. Isn't this the same thing essentially as doing a JP Anniversary Edition? Not really. Because, and this is what they said. They're ranking it till the end of the year. Now, why? Can anybody tell me why? Why would they limit it to the end of a fiscal year? People on my Patreon probably already know the answer to this whenever I posted my video today. Okay. Basically, they need to keep this when their license is done at the end of the year. Well, you got your FOMO. They need to create the FOMO, but typically license runs out at the end of a year. Of the end of the year, 2025 December, Jaws is more than likely gonna have to be run out. So, unless the demand is there, where they can justify re-upping the license for another 12 months. I believe the limited they are referencing has to do with sales. Still like the LE the best. Coming in from Damon right there. So that's the thing. It's like this game can technically be more limited than the limited edition if not many people purchase it because they just don't want to, kind of thing. Or maybe they're holding out for another game or something. Perpetual licensing. Any word with Stranger Things being redone to capitalize on the last season being released in the fall? And this is something I mentioned in my stream last week there, Russell. I'm sure you were there for it, is that there's a couple of things that Stern could do to really capitalize on what's being released later this year. One of those is the new Tron movie. This will be the perfect time to do a Tron remastered, not a Walking Dead. And then you have Stranger Things, the final season that's going to be starting up this later this year. So there's two things that they could really hop on top of to sell and move a lot of units out there. But it's like, I lost interest in The Walking Dead, season 5? I just kind of didn't care about it, kind of thing. I really didn't care. And it's not a game that I particularly look forward to, kind of thing. But I could definitely get behind a new updated Tron. And then Stringer's like, Superman? Well, it's like, which Superman would you want? We don't know, not all of us know, if this new Superman is going to be something that we could really get behind. Do we want the 78 version of Superman? Isn't Harry Potter? Yeah, Harry Potter is Warner Brothers. People would tear that helicopter apart. Jersey Jack, Superman coming? I do not know. Don't catch me lying on that one. But yeah, we're creeping up on the 40-minute mark. Like I said, this was going to be primarily discussing everybody, what's your thoughts and opinions on this 50th anniversary edition. For me, it's doesn't affect me any. I mean, I don't have a current Jaws, but even if I had a current Jaws, seeing this would not move the needle for me either way. I just see this and I go, okay, I'm fine. I would be content with what I have. But if you don't own a Jaws and you've been wanting to get one and you want a prettier version that you perceive to be prettier at least, then here you go. Here's your option for it right now. Or for those that are trading in their current Jaws so they can get this one, then you might want to keep an eye on the secondhand market to get you a Jaws on the cheap. A pin including every actor that played Superman would be fantastic. Be like a Doctor Who of Superman. What? Yeah. This one is fine. It is fine. Other ones are also fine. Continue on. Yeah. It's just this is a safe, here you go kind of thing. It doesn't move the needle for me at all. And I'm just mainly wanting to get feedback from those of you that actually do care about this, that actually have a Jaws, the ones that have an LE or a premium. Is this something that, is it disappointing? Do you wish they would have done more? But like I said, they could have done more. They could have, but they had to play it safe because they don't want to make the current owners upset. I think this is an option. Although I really do wish that they would have made it a true anniversary celebration type of thing. I think you had much more changes on the Elvira, and you had more changes on JP 30th, and you had more changes on Godzilla for damn sure. A lot more changes on the Godzilla. Safe equals red, I guess. Yeah, I would consider red to be safe, but the art package is where they play it safe. It's Jaws related. It's nostalgia. It's everyone knows what it's from. That's what we're gonna use. That's where they played it safe, is on the art package. They Led Zeppelin the hell out of it. The 50th art is at least iconic, unlike the premium. Yeah, I could see that. But it's like, couldn't it be iconic by also being, I don't know, just a little bit more? Like, I understand completely that that's like what everyone sees that. They go, that's the movie poster. And I feel like the bottom portion of it, okay. But the back box portion, why not have... It's like, what else could they have done back there? Like, reach out, tell me what you think they could have put on that back box. Made it more like the actual movie poster, like having, like, I don't know. I don't even know. I'm not a creative when it comes to that kind of thing, but I just know what I like and know what I don't like. And when I see that back box, I go, I don't like that. Now, if I was more of a fan of Jaws and knew more about it, then I could probably pop out a bunch of good ideas that would be better. But I've only seen the movie once. I was honestly raring and ready to buy this one new in box for the first time if it was amazing and unique to the point of Godzilla's 70th, but it happens to not be my thing, so gonna wait for sale premiums. Might be your best thing to do. If they do remake Tron, I would consider selling a couple of games to acquire that title. All I know is that John Borg would be on board for doing both of those games. I asked him about it, like, would you want to do a Tron? Would you want to do Walking Dead? He's like, oh, absolutely. So he'd be down for it. It's just a matter of them getting the license to redo it and then moving things around. All right. May get my kid to draw for Stern back boxes to earn the extra pin money. But yeah, for those that weren't able to catch this live, by all means, in the comments section down below, let me know your thoughts and feelings on the Jaws 50th Anniversary Edition. Is it special? Is it safe? I'm curious what your thoughts are. Back box should have been chunk missing a few teeth marks. Well, there's you an option right there. So again, congratulations, Stern, on obviously releasing another game. Thankfully, I don't feel it to be better than your current releases of Jaws. This is merely just a option for those of you out there. I know I've repeated that plenty of times, but a lot of people come and go throughout the stream. So that's why I do that for the streams. All right, guys, let's wrap this stream up. I'm going to get me some dinner. But there we go. Like I said, I wasn't anticipating this to be a very long stream. We definitely had more viewers than I was anticipating because it seemed like this was kind of a meh to release. So there we go. Well, hopefully we'll get some better footage of this game to show off the glitter a little bit better because they didn't really give us a good idea how that looks. I don't think they're going to do a gameplay because unless they're showing off, I guess, some of the new code maybe, the co-op and everything. But probably the next time we'll see this game is when it gets into people's hands over the next couple of weeks. And Expo, probably. Alright, guys. Have a happy 4th of July. And a great weekend and all that stuff and junk. Burritos for dinner. I don't know what I'm having for dinner just yet. All I know is that it rained today. And so that's going to be good. We shouldn't have to worry about too many fires this weekend. Try not to blow any fingers off. You need those fingers for playing pinball, guys. Have a good weekend. Love you long time.